So, you know how it all works by now. We have 5 car file categories where we look at each vehicle for style, handling, performance, practicality and value for money. And we start this week with the Land Cruiser. There's no doubting Toyota's 4x4 pedigree. They've been building Land Cruisers since the early 50s. And if you've ever watched the expedition documentaries in the jungles and deserts of Africa, chances are they were driving a Land Cruiser. And this is the top of the range. It's the 4.7-litre Amazon VX. And yes, it's as big as a house. Other than builders' wagons, there's not much bigger on the roads. But although the shape of the Land Cruiser is quite stylish, it's been around for quite a while and started to look a little dated. One obvious drawback with any vehicle this size, though, is negotiating town traffic. There's a likelihood you'll be driving over things rather than around them. Now, apart from the size of the Land Cruiser, the other most notable thing is its build, and it really is superb and is as solid as it feels. And yes, I know Toyotas are good at the best of times, but for over 40 grand, you want to make sure it's not going to fall apart after a few years. And this, well, it won't. Any car costing over 40 grand should be well equipped, and the Amazon doesn't disappoint. You get leather electric seats, electric mirrors, sunroof and windows, climate control, traction control, alloy wheels, twin airbags and a CD multi-changer. In fact, other than sat-nav, there's nothing here that you could want for. Besides a constant supply of cash for all those regular fuel stops. But despite the high quality of the interior, there really isn't a sense of occasion. It's a bit drab. But then again, I suppose this car was designed to go, and not for show. My first impressions of the Amazon is like the river that it's named after. It's huge, both from the outside and when you get inside. A really commanding driving position. You can go to war as the head of a tank division in this particular car. But having said that it's big, the more you drive it, the smaller it gets. It really is quite a comfortable drive. And on the motorways, at cruising speed, it would be the awesome vehicle to have. But I think in the town, negotiating parking or going to a multi-storey car park would be hard work. Picking up the kids might turn out to be a little bit more arduous than it should be. Sitting in traffic, constantly trying to push that V8 a little bit, well, might get not fun after a while. Having said that, once you've got the kids in the car and you're going for a weekend away, I reckon you could go for 3 weeks in one of these, take the whole family and still have room to pick up some hitchhikers. There's plenty of power and packed a little bit too much. It tends to roll a little bit more than most in the corners, but on country roads in Britain, you're going to get a lot of that. And it may get uncomfortable after a while, constantly going from side to side. If you are going to buy a car like this, I think you've got to think about what you're going to use it for. It's got great functionality, but what are you going to use it for? If you've got lots of people to carry around, or if you're going off-road, then great, this is a perfect machine. But if you're a single guy going to work, then maybe it's not so functional. It's a bit like the old Lotus Elise thing. Great to drive around, but do you want to do it every day? If you do intend to use your Land Cruiser for off-road use, you won't find much more capable vehicles. The sheer size and weight of it makes it ideal for towing, and it has superb ground clearance for the harshest of terrain. Also, that engine produces a whopping 320 pound-foot of torque, so there shouldn't be too many situations where the Land Cruiser will be struggling. Combine that with Toyota's legendary reliability, and you have the near-perfect vehicle for serious off-road missions. So at over 40 grand, the Land Cruiser certainly won't be within everyone's reach, but you do get a lot of kit for your money. It's well equipped, has great road presence, and certainly has good heritage if you intend to use it off-road. Power-wise, you won't be left feeling shortchanged with over 230 brake at your disposal and plenty of torque for towing. Running costs, though, will be high with an average MPG of 17, but the good news is Toyotas do hold their value very well.